things that war against our happiness. And we've taken this from Psalms 146, verse number 5, where it talks about happy is the person whose God is a God of Jacob, and he is your help. And then it goes on to say, and he also is your hope. And so when you lose your happiness and you lose your joy and you lose your hope, then this brings a person to a state of desperation. But what is it that causes this? We talked about yesterday, number one is forgiveness or unforgiveness. Just absolutely refusing to forgive somebody because of whatever the circumstance may be. And also anger, bitterness, resentment. All of these things will just sap your joy and cause you to be discontent and unhappy. But then you go on and you follow the list and you think about what John said in his epistle when he says, all that's in the world, the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. So you throw in greed and lust and having a spirit of coveting. All of those things will take away your happiness because it causes a basic discontent within your spirit. In other words, you're always looking over there at what somebody else has and say, I want that, and I won't be happy until I get it, and whatever it takes to get it, I'll do it. You see, this can turn ugly real fast. If that's the trajectory of our lives, if that's the direction we want to go, then it causes us always to be striving, never content, never fully happy. Well, I like the concept that we find in the Apostle Paul, Philippians 4:11. Whatsoever state I find myself in, I will therefore be content. And there's just something to be said about a basic contentment in our heart concerning life and understanding that life is short and there are seasons to life. Things are going to come and go. But if we spend all of our lives striving for things, and then we get to the end and we realize that we have to give up our things because we're going to leave this earth, and you can't take them to heaven with you. So then we come to the cure. And if number one on our list that causes this is unforgiveness, then number one on my list would be to forgive. But you see, the reality is that forgiveness and holding a grudge and all of these things, these are emotional things. Emotional things are very difficult to change. It doesn't settle into our heart, and we seemingly have no control. But in reality, we do, because we have the Lord. That's the whole point that he's making in the psalm. He says, if you have the God of Jacob, and he is your help, then he will help you to be able to forgive. But it has to be a consistent thing. In other words, we have to just say, Father, help me to forgive. And devil, you're a liar. And you have to keep reminding the devil that he is a liar. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.